All right, what's going on? Today is March 20th, and I'm going to be reviewing price action and doing my market analysis for today. So today was a tough day for me psychology-wise. There was a lot of good setups today. You had a lot of opportunities in the market to make money, but my brain kept giving me every single reason why I shouldn't take a trade, right? So a lot of good setups played themselves, and I kept procrastinating my entry thinking, oh, this 5 minute is still here. I was stuck on the higher time frames and I couldn't execute. I just kept thinking of every option on why a trade didn't make sense or why it wasn't going to be a good idea, right? So that's just something I got to deal with psychologically, and I just got to execute and understand that every trade's a coin flip, and if I see my setup present itself, then I need to enter, right? So that's just something I got to deal with, and I need to just reflect on today, figure out what opportunities there were in the market to make money, what setups presented themselves, and where I should have executed, right? So I can't make that same mistake again. Um, sorry, just looking at the end right now. So I still have this draw on liquidity, right? At this low-hanging fruit low, right? I still want to see price come down to this low. And we've been consolidating for the last 45 minutes down in this area, right? And I just really want to see, we have this unfilled 15 minute right here. And then we have this high inside of this 5 minute that I would like to see get taken out and us tap into this 5 minute, get an inversion lower to push down towards this swing low. So I'm kind of just monitoring this right now. Um, but let's just get into to today. Let's replay, go back to market open. Right, so what I saw off open was this. We're clearly bearish, right? We're delivering from this 4 hour right here. We still are delivering from inside this hourly, right, at the moment, but I wasn't too concerned about that. This SMT was still valid, but I think that my thought process was that this SMT did its job, right? So this SMT did its job to push us back up into this 4 hour fair value gap right here, right? So the SMT did its job to put itself back into this 4 hour fair value gap. So now we're delivering off of this 4 hour fair value gap again. We get an inverse, a slight inverse of this 4 hour fair value gap, and a 4 hour death candle, right? So that just, you can't argue with the 4 hour death candle like this, also inversing a 4 hour fair value gap. Moving down to the hourly as well, we're just completely running through all of these fair value gaps on the hourly time frame, right? So hourly is 100% bearish. Upon market open, we're getting a retracement into this hourly, right? So we're delivering off of this hourly. So I'm bearish, right? Going on to the lower time frames, I see that we had an unfilled 30 minute right here and an unfilled 30 minute above. Moving down to the 15, unfilled 15s, right? Unfilled 15 right here. So what I see is that we're still respecting this 30 minute, right? We have an unfilled 30 minute above, and we're delivering off of this hourly still. So I'm bearish. I just wanted to see us come tap into a 30 minute unfilled and then proceed to get a move lower, right? So that was what I was looking for upon market open. We also had this unfilled 15 minute right here below. Down here, price was respecting off of this 15 minutes. So we had this low hanging fruit inside of this 15 minute fair value gap. Price opens up. We get a tap into this unfilled 30 minute right here. That is not what I wanted to do. Price opens up. Tap into this unfilled 30 minute right here. So we're delivering off of that, which I'd like to see. This is exactly what I wanted to see off open, is us delivering to a 30 minute unfilled. And then this place lower, right? So what do we get after that? Following that, you did get open up a 2 minute inversion. And you get the 1 minute inversion right here. Two-minute close as well, right? So this would have been a great position to take. This would have been a solid trade. I really liked this. You could have had your stops above this high, probably above this wick, and then you could have been targeting this resting liquidity down here for 1 to 2.17, or this unfilled 15 minute right here, right? So that was a great position to take. The reason I didn't take it is because I saw this 5 minute open up, and I also wanted to see an inverse of this 5 minute. So I was just caught up on this higher time frame. For some reason, I couldn't get off of the 5 minute time frame today. I just kept noticing all these 5 minute fair value gaps, and I kept wanting to see more confirmation, and I failed to realize that we were delivering just a perfect setup off open, right? So this was a great position to take right here. Price comes down instantly, death candle, and TP, full TP would have been hit even if you targeted this unfilled 15 minutes. So it really doesn't get much better than this, right? So this was a great trade to take. Um, I missed it. My brain, just psychologically, I just wasn't there today. I kept focusing on the higher time frames, and it caused me to miss this position right here, right? So that was a great position to take as well. So after we tap into this 15-minute fair value gap, we get a pull back up, sweep out that low inside the 15. What do we create from here? Not yet. We create an unfilled 5-minute right here. Price comes up, taps into this unfilled 5-minute. This is not what I wanted to do. Price comes up, taps into this unfilled 5-minute right here, and you had another opportunity for shorts out of this 5-minute, right? So still trading inside the 5-minute, and then bang, you get a death candle down. So this would have been a great position to take right here. You had an order block right here that we just completely ran through. This doesn't really follow my system, so it kind of would have been discretionary, but all in all, still a good position to take, right? And you could have targeted, really, you could have just targeted, what was it? Yeah, I'm not too sure what the draw on liquidity would have been. I mean, you could have held all the way down to here, and I think that this would have been a solid draw on liquidity. But yeah, we run through this, get a little pullback up, 1 minute, and death candle. Would have gotten a slight retracement. And full TP would have been hit right here. So another great trade right here. Just delivering from a 5-minute, still following our overall bias. We run through this order block, and then we have a clear draw on liquidity right here at these lows down here. So that would have been a great trade as well. So just two great positions you could have taken today that I just didn't focus on, right? So I mean, I did see that we had this 2-minute unfilled, right? So this is kind of what I was waiting for, and we just delivered way lower. There's no reason to take this. I mean, your stop loss is just, even if you put your stop loss right here, we already are pretty much at our draw on liquidity. Like, if you wanted to go for a 1-to-1 here, you could have put your stops right above this high, but I mean, it's just risky. Didn't really follow my system. No reason for me to really take this, right? So it would have played out, but just not something I would have loved to see, right? What do? We continue trading lower. We sweep out this low. Now we've created another 5-minute fair value gap right here. Price comes up, taps into this unfilled 5-minute fair value gap. You get a change in state of delivery at this low right here, at this order block. That's what you get. This could have been another possible entry. The draw on liquidity wasn't really there. Your stop loss wasn't great. I mean, it's a 48-point stop loss, and draw on liquidity would have been down here, right? So this would have gotten stopped out at break even, right? You probably go break even at these internal lows. At this point, probably would have gone break even, and it's a break even trade, right? So price continues to consolidate around for a while before we tap back in up into this 5-minute again. Following that, you could have taken this 1-minute inversion that played out right here, right? So 1-minute inversion. You could have just gone stops at this swing high right here. Just going for a nice 1-to-1. and that would have played out right there. So another good entry right there. Um, we did have a 2 minute that was opened up, but same thing as well, right? You get the 2 minute inversion, entering off this candle, stops above this swing high, just going for a 1-to-1. That would have played out as well. So overall, just lots of opportunities to make money in the market today. Um, Now we're just clearly consolidating. We keep getting a tap back up into this 5 minute. I'd like to see us come take out this high right here, tap into this 15 minute, and come down for our draw on liquidity lower. So I could see that playing out. Maybe we take out this high during New York lunch, New York PM, we deliver much lower, right? So that's something that I could see playing out today as well. You also had a pre-market trade that looked good. I think it was a 2 minute, maybe. No, 1 minute. So this trade was also good as well. We're delivering from a 5 minute fair value gap. We open up a 1 minute um, right here. Stops below this swing low. And then you could have targeted this unfilled 30-minute fair value gap, or you could have targeted just these swing highs right here for a 1-to-1 or 1 to 2.17, right? So may have gone break even once we entered into this fair value gap right here, this 1 minute fair value gap, especially this 2 minute, right? If we entered into this 2 minute, I don't think we would have been stopped out. Yeah, I don't think so as well. So this would have been a good trade to take, and then you could have held all the way to this unfilled 30-minute right here that we wanted to see price come into for almost a 1-to-3, right? So all in all, some great opportunities today in the market. We've just been consolidating. I was wanting to be careful today as well, right? Because overnight, I mean, you can see from this swing high up here during Asia session to market open, we'd already dumped 300 points. So just another one of those days you wanted to be careful for. Today is also OPEX as well, the third Friday of each month. So a lot of contracts are expiring, so just wanted to be a little bit careful today. But overall, that is what I saw today. There's a lot of stuff to work on, a lot of missed opportunities today. But you live, you learn. Just work on these things. Understand that I need to get off the higher time frames. Not get off them, but I need to, not focus on them as much. I can't get stuck on the higher time frames, right? I need to be making sure that if my setup prevents itself, so I execute mechanically, and I'm not giving my brain every single reason to think about why a trade might not play out. So, I mean, my draw on liquidity was there, right? My bias was correct to all of it. I just needed to execute this morning. So, yeah, that's all that I saw this morning. Hopefully, you guys made some money. And yeah, price action delivered well today. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to do another backtesting video later today. And yeah, it's going to be all for me today. I'll see you.